This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1112, 4 Things to Keep You Going When You're Stressed at Work, by Raphaela Browne with tinybuddha.com. And I'm Dan, your personal narrator, and I'm going to tell you more about Tiny Buddha after the post, but for now, let's get right to it as we optimize your life. 4 Things to Keep You Going When You're Stressed at Work, by Raphaela Browne with tinybuddha.com. Quote, "Life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it." End quote. Charles Swindoll. I remember working at a job where I absolutely could not do anything right. This was one of those jobs where it was extremely fast-paced and you received 100 tons of work that must be completed by an unrealistic deadline. And here's the kicker. Your time at work was spent in meetings all day. I'm talking about 4 to 7 hours of your day. You get the picture. So you may ask when I had time to do the work. Unfortunately, after work hours. In the evenings at home or on the weekends when I was supposed to be spending time with my family. Now, don't get me wrong. At times I was able to steal a half hour to an hour on the job to work on tasks that needed to be completed. However, I found it tough to consistently focus and devote my undivided attention when I was shifting gears all day, every day. It almost seemed impossible to win against an environment of nonstop busyness with no real progression in sight. I was losing fast. I did not perform well during my time there and did not have the impact I thought I would and wanted to have in my work and within the organization. I failed, or so it seemed to me. One day, I finally decided it was time for me to leave. While I initially had mixed emotions about leaving, I knew I wasn't helping myself by staying at the organization. I was totally out of balance. I needed to breathe. I was drowning at work, too busy doing the work at home, not fully paying attention to my daughter, and I became a stressed-out monster, having emotional meltdowns far too often. Upon leaving, I received a card from my department staff, and some people shared their reflections with me, which revealed that I had done so much more than what I knew. How could I have shared my light with others after falling short in my role? What I learned is, people are always watching how you respond and react in tough situations. Your character is revealed when going through darkness. I was able to reach out to others and bring out the best in them through in-depth conversations during supervision or in morning talks with colleagues. Even though I was dying inside, I always came to work with a positive attitude and a smile, and people picked up on that energy. I provided guidance to some with their career goals, assisted with developing their voice and professionalism in the work environment. I had somehow helped others become acclimated to the job and feel like they were productive and contributed. When I reflected on what kept me going, I remembered these 4 things were key. Number 1. Shift gears with your thoughts. We can control our thoughts by monitoring them, and when we find ourselves having negative thoughts, change it to something positive. With self-talk, we can be proactive and plant the thoughts we want. For example, there were times I would feel sick before heading into the office, and I told myself how much I hated being there. But changing my thought from, "I don't want to be here," to "What can I do to help someone today?" allowed me to open myself up to the possibilities for each day. 2. Meditation is key. Spend at least 10 minutes in the morning quiet and doing nothing before starting your work. Prepare your mind for the day. A prepared mind will help you to sustain the stresses that life will place on you. You will feel the pressure, but when you are mentally prepared, it will be much easier to cope with them. 3. Get pumped up. Before heading into the office, listen to a song that motivates you, makes you feel good, and will push you. This can be your song of the day to play at your desk to keep you going. 2 of my songs were Happy by Pharrell and Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. And 4. It is what it is. When challenges are out of your control at work, don't beat yourself up. Accept what it is. By accepting the things that you have no control over, you will have the energy to concentrate on the things that you can control. You will end up maintaining your happiness and perhaps even your sanity. When you find yourself in a situation where there's too much that you simply cannot accept or that is unhealthy to accept, it is time to take responsibility for making a change. Instead of staying in a situation that will build bitterness and resentment, start looking for something new that will contribute more positively to your life. In the end, through my unhappiness, I had somehow been encouraging, supportive, and motivating to others. I shared my sense of humor and brought out the humor in others. In what I deemed as a professional failing nightmare, I unknowingly had brought positive energy and a boost to others. How you respond in tough situations may unknowingly help others as well. You just listened to the post titled 4 Things to Keep You Going When You're Stressed at Work by Raphaela Browne with tinybuddha.com. Your business was humming. Was. Now teams are buried in manual work, taking forever to close the books. Consider 3 numbers: 36,000, 25, 1. 36,000. That's the number of businesses which have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system, streamlining accounting, financial management, inventory, HR, and more. 25. NetSuite turns 25 this year. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less. 1. Because your business is one of a kind, so you get a customized solution for all of your KPIs in one efficient system with one source of truth. NetSuite is giving you the power of having all your information in one place, helping you to make better, more driven decisions as a business owner. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist, designed to give you consistently excellent performance, absolutely free at netsuite.com/startup. That's netsuite.com/startup to get your own KPI checklist. netsuite.com/startup. Labor strikes, climate change, your beat-up office printer. What do they all have in common? Come on, it's all about the money. Economics is everywhere and everything, fueling our lives, even where we least expect it. If you're a fan of Optimal Work Daily and are curious to learn something new and exciting about economics every week, I recommend you listen to the Planet Money podcast from NPR. Planet Money is a different kind of world, where the complex economy actually makes sense, where human stories supersede abstract theories. Listeners can learn, laugh, and be entertained. It's econ down to earth, and Planet Money answers some of life's burning questions, like will AI take over our jobs, and why are Christmas trees so darn expensive? The Planet Money team lives to tell a good story in around 30 minutes. It's econ for the rest of us. So tune in to Planet Money every week for entertaining stories and insights about how money shapes our world. Stories that can't be found anywhere else. Listen now to Planet Money from NPR, wherever you get your podcasts. And thanks to Raphaela for this post. She is a guest writer at Tiny Buddha, which is run by Lori. And we thank Lori for letting us share posts from her site. Tiny Buddha has been helping people heal, grow, and find peace since 2009. The site features stories and insights from people of all ages from all over the globe. For daily wisdom, follow Tiny Buddha on Twitter and Facebook at Tiny Buddha and Instagram at Tiny Buddha Official, or subscribe to the blog at tinybuddha.com/list. And be sure to check out Tiny Buddha's Inner Strength Journal, Creative Prompts and Challenges to Help You Get Through Anything, which is available on Amazon. Content from Tiny Buddha is featured across pretty much all of our podcasts. So again, a big thank you to Lori, and please do come by tinybuddha.com for a lot more. Okay, hope you're having a great day out there and that you enjoyed this post. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow for another post, and that is where your optimal life awaits.